Alright guys, I just made a very long recording and then I realized when I was done that my metronome was on in GarageBand through my headphones and I didn't hear it while I was talking, but my microphone catched all the noise from that, so it was kind of like an overlay over my whole voice, and now I gotta do the whole recording once again. So if my recording is very aggressive and I'm mad, then you know why. Anyway, I'm just gonna show you how to play the game which I made. And yeah, so basically this is what the game looks like, and the objective of this game is to get to a certain amount of points first. So usually you play to like 13, 15 or 17 points. But in this time I play to 15 points. And yeah, so basically you have like you have the map with the tiles, and you have like 5 colors of the tiles. So the dark green ones are lumber, and then you have brick, which is like the orange ones, and then you have wool, which is light green, and then you have grain, which is yellow, and then you have ore, which is black. And then you have water around the map, and you have harbors. So there is like a 2 versus 1 harbor for each color, and then you have 3 versus 1 harbors, which is the white ones. So if you build on the harbor, then you get a better trade with a bank. So basically every player can trade 4 versus 1 with a bank the whole game. But if you have a harbor, then you get like cheaper trades, so you can trade cards a bit cheaper. And then you have desert tiles, which is the tiles without the numbers, and those are basically like dead tiles that don't give anything. They don't give any cards. And if I start a new game, then the map will look different. So every time you start a new game, it's kind of shuffling the tiles, and you get like a unique game every time, and that makes this game pretty fun. Connected to these tiles you have resource cards and commodity cards. So like based on where you build, you will get and based on the dice roll you will get cards generated, yeah, based on where you build basically. And yeah, so I prepared a little bit in Figma. This is like the design software or website which I'm using to make the graphics. So there is basically 8 hand cards, and there is 5 resource cards. So you have lumber, brick, wool, grain, and ore, and those are the same as on the map. And then you have 3 commodity cards, which is cloth, coin, and paper. And if you look at the colors of the cards, you can see that wool and cloth are connected together, and ore and coin are connected together, and lumber and paper are connected together. So basically you get these cards based on where you build on the map and which number is rolled on the dices. So for example, if somebody rolls number 10, then white would get from this city here, white would get 1 ore and 1 coin. And if somebody rolls number 11, then white would get 1 lumber and 1 paper. So basically 1 commodity and 1 resource. And if somebody rolls number 3, then white would get those 2. And if you roll number 8, then white would get 2 grain cards. And if somebody rolls number 4, then white would get 2 brick cards. And basically for the house you always get 1 resource, and for the city you either get, for brick and grain you get 2 cards, but for the other ones you get like 1 resource and 1 commodity every time. And yeah, with these cards you can build different things. So if we look here at the costs, what it costs to build things. So a road costs 1 lumber and 1 brick, and then you have like all the costs for everything. So usually you pay like resource cards, and the resource cards always has the triangles, and the commodity cards has like the diamond shapes. So basically you have diamond shapes on these and then triangles on the resource cards. And on the other side you see how many points each thing is worth. So 1 house is 1 point, 1 city is 2 points, and if the city is disabled it's still 2 points, but it generates cards as a house. And the player who has the longest road gets 2 points. The player who has the purple piece is a merchant, gets 1 point. And then there is 3 metropolis, these yellow pieces, for each of the commodity. Like if you upgrade the commodities to level 4, then you basically get 1 metropolis. And yeah, those are worth 2 points, and they also protect the cities. And above the dice here you can also see that like how many pieces every player has. So every player has 15 roads, 5 houses, 4 cities, 3 city walls, and then there's knights, level 1 knights, level 2 knights, and level 3 knights. And the city walls is basically something you build under the city. They cost 2 brick, and if you have a city wall, then you get to have more cards in your hand when somebody rolls number 7. So if somebody rolls number 7, then they get to move the robber, and before they move the robber, every player who has more than 7 cards, they have to throw away half of their hand. So if I have 10 cards and somebody rolls 7, then I have to throw away 5 of them, but I can pick myself exactly which ones I want to discard. So basically in the beginning of this game you roll the dice to see who starts to build. So blue and white rolled number 8 now, so let's see what I roll. If I roll higher than 8, then I will start. Right, I rolled 7, so they have to roll again. Alright, so white starts. So in the beginning of this game, each player builds 1 city, 1 house, and 2 roads. And then after that you kind of you can't like build freely wherever you want. After that you have to go like keep playing from that position basically where you built in the beginning. So I'm just gonna build my house here, so I get ore and grain. So basically the last player gets to build both city and house, and then it goes backwards. So white player started to build a house and a road, so white player will be both first and last. So now it's my turn to build, and I'm gonna maybe build here, so I will get everything. And yeah, I'm pretty blocked. And there is some rules when you build as well. For example, you can't build close, like next to a house or next to a city. There must be like 2 roads between each house or city. So for example, I can't build like here or here, but I can build here, but then I have to build like 3 roads. But I can build up here and here, the next house I build. So yeah, so now I have some cards here. I have like I can build a road. You can check here always like what it costs. So one lumber and 1 brick is a road, so I can build a road here. And then I can let my opponents roll. So if somebody rolls like number 5, for example, then I will get 1 lumber and 1 paper card because I have a city connected to this number 5 here. And if somebody rolls number 9, then I will get, now 9 came, I will get 2 yellow cards. So like 2 green cards for me for number 9. If I build a house up here, then I will get 3 yellow cards because I have like 2 houses on this hexagon and then 1 down here. So one thing which is important in this game is to build knights and protect your cities. So basically the boat tile is every time somebody rolls a boat on the boat dice, then the boat will go forward, and when it comes to the fire, then it's war. And the boat dice looks I think I have a boat dice here somewhere. Yeah, so here is the boat dice. So it looks like this. You have like 3 boats, and then you have 1 of each color. And when the boat comes to the flame or the fire, then you always count all the cities for all the players and all the active knights for all the players, and there has to be the same amount or more active knights. So right now there is 4 cities and 3 knights. So if it would be war now, then I would lose my city because I have least active knights. Now I'm going to activate 1, so now there is 4 and 4, so now it's fine. So nobody has to destroy a city right now. And if nobody has to destroy a city, like there is enough knights, then the player who has most knights will get a point card. If there is just one player who has the most, then that player will get a point. But if there is like multiple players who has the most, like right now there is enough and everybody has the most knights, so then you get to choose 1 progress card from there's like 3 decks of progress cards. So there's like 1 cloth deck, 1 coin deck, and 1 paper deck. So let's see. So the decks, this is like the back side of the decks. And they have like a lot of cards inside them. This is like all the fronts of the cards. So the paper deck has all these cards, and then the coin deck has these cards, and the number above here, it tells like how many of each card there is. Like there's like duplicates of the same card basically. And then the cloth deck has all these cards. I think I'm gonna explain them at the end of this video, like what all of these cards do. But you also have like a info button you can like click and read on the card before you play it. But yeah, like right now, I have I can build a city because I have those cards. So I'm going to build a city. So now there is too many cities and not enough knights. So if it would be war right now, then everybody would lose 1 city because everybody has least knights. Everybody has 1 knight. So I would have to destroy 1 of my cities and it would become a house. But we'll see. If somebody builds a knight, then it's fine. And yeah, like for me it would be very good right now. But yeah, so now red built 1 more knight. Oh shit. Red built also another city. So red right now red will not lose. There is too many cities. So hopefully blue can build 1 knight now. So everybody but red would lose 1 city now. Alright, now there is 6 cities and 6 knights. So now it's fine. Now I have 1 knight and white has 1 knight active, but blue has 2 and red has 2. So basically blue and red, they would get to pick a progress card if a boat comes now. But we'll see. There was a color on the dice now, so the boat didn't go yet. But yeah, also I got commodity card now, the green one here. So with that one I can upgrade my commodities, and you can see like the opponents here. White has already upgraded all of them to level 1. So every time the dice rolls, you can check the red dice, and then if you have upgraded it, so for example, if I roll like a green dice and then number 1 or 2 on the red, then white will get a progress card. And I haven't upgraded mine yet at all, so I can't get them yet. But alright, so now it was war. So basically, red and blue got to pick a progress card each. And when it's war, all the knights deactivates. So now all the knights are closed. And before war, you have to activate them, otherwise they don't count. But you don't have to like rebuild all the knights. If you have it, you can just activate them and enjoy life. But anyway, I'm gonna trade with a bank. I'm not gonna activate my knight right now. I'm gonna trade so I get 1 coin card, so I can upgrade that to level 1. And then I'm just gonna let them roll the dice. What else? Yeah, so if you upgrade one of these commodities to level 3, then you get like a special ability or something like that. Like for example, if you upgrade the paper to level 3, then you get to pick a card every time you don't get anything, and it's not a 7 which is rolled. Then you get to pick 1 card for free, and you can pick like any card, not commodities, but 1 resource. And if you have a coin on level 3, then you get to pick if you have coin on level 3, then you can make knights which are level 3. So like white and blue has like level 2 knights here. Nobody can build level 3 knights if they don't have coin on level 3. And if you have cloth on level 3, then you get to trade commodity cards 2 versus 1 for the rest of the game. And it's not only cloth commodities, but like all commodities. Alright, so now I rolled 7, and white had 9 cards, so white threw away 4 cards. And also I get to move the robber now. And usually you try to destroy the game for the leader, so red seems to be strong. So I'm gonna put it on red, and then I'm gonna also trade to upgrade cloth to level 1 and activate my knight. And also, when you upgrade a commodity to level 4, then you get a metropolis, and it's like this yellow crown, and it's worth 2 points, and you put it on top of your city, and if you have that, then that city is protected, and you can't lose that city to war. But if you have like multiple cities and one of them is protected, you still have to like activate knights to protect your other cities. And also, if you have something on level 4, then your opponents can steal it if they upgrade it to level 5 before you. And the person who upgrades to level 5 first will get the metropolis, and then you can't steal it back. Yeah, so I got 1 green card now, because the dice was probably, red dice was like 1 or 2, and then there was like a green dice. But I got a point card, so this is just like, I can't do anything with it. I just got 1 point. So I have 2 cities, and 1 city is 2 points. And then I have a point card, so basically I have 5 points. And red has 2 cities, but no point card, so red has 4 points right now. And I got a trade monopoly card as well, so I can try to take commodity cards from them. So for example, I'm gonna try to pick coins. Alright, so there was one player who had it, so I got 1, so I can upgrade it to level 2. So the upgrade cost is always on the list here. Yeah, and you can also move knights along your road. Oh, they are swapping numbers now. Yeah, you can move the knight along your road if you want to. If it's active, it has to be active for 1 round, but then after that you can do it. And also, the knight is protecting the tiles from the robber. So if somebody puts the robber next to a knight, which has been open for 1 round, then the player can, for example, right now, where the robber is standing, if I want to close my knight, then I can chase away the robber, and then I can move it and place it on somebody else. And also the robber is like blocking the income from that tile. So right now, if somebody rolls a 6 now, then I will not get anything from that tile. So basically, my knight is on the yellow 10 and the orange 2, like grain and brick, and then I have the ore tile beneath. Those 3 tiles are, I am kind of protecting those 3 tiles from the robber, because I can, like right now, I'm gonna chase it away, so I have to close my knight, but then I can put the robber wherever I want. So that's pretty nice, because you don't want to have the robber on you. Now I want to build a house, so I have all the cards which I need, but I don't have brick, so I'm gonna try to trade with the opponents, see if they can give me brick. It's greedy AI. Wow. Wanted 3 cards from me. It's rude. It seems hard. Oh shit. Maybe if I get 1 grain, then I can trade 4 versus 1. Nope. Alright. Yeah, and there is one more thing, which is the longest road. So basically the player who has, like, you need to have like 5 roads or more. And the player who has the longest road will get 2 points. But there is only 1 card, so if I have 5 roads first, then I will get it. But as soon as somebody builds 6 roads, they will get the card from me. And yeah, now somebody rolled a 7, so I have to throw away cards. So I'm just gonna throw away my grain cards. So yeah, basically the game continues like this, and you just keep playing, and you can see like red has this merchant card, like a point card. So basically that's just a marker of that red has the purple piece, and as long as red has the purple piece on brick, right, like right now, red can trade brick cards with a bank 2 versus 1, and also it's worth 1 point to have it. So yeah, let's see if they want to trade with me now. They are not very nice. I'm thinking about who made this AI. It's not nice. Alright, whatever. This is basically how you play, and these progress cards, like, you can get them every time the red dice is matching the color, then you get them, and you can have like maximum 4 at the same time, but at your own turn you can have 5. And there is a lot of different progress cards. I'm just gonna check what else I have here. Yeah, so here's like the point marker cards. So if somebody has any of these, they just, like, you can't really do anything with them, but if you have the Metropolis for cloth, then you will get this one, and for coin this one, and for paper this one. And then if you have the longest road, you get this card, and every time you get points from the war, you get this kind of point card, and the player who has the merchant has this card. And then the paper deck, the progress card deck, and the coin deck, they have 1 point card each as well, and they look like that. So basically this is the point card from paper deck, and then you have engineer, which is basically that you build a free city wall. And then you have medicine, which is like a cheap city. You, instead of paying 2 grain and 3 ore, you pay 1 grain and 2 ore. Then you have road building, which is 2 roads for free. Inventor, you swap number tiles. Mining is that you get 2 ore cards for each tile you have built on. And then you have irrigation, which is like you get two grain cards from each grain field you have built on. And the numbers above these cards is like how many of the card you have in the deck. So yeah, usually there's like 2, but like for example merchant, there's like 6 merchant cards out of 18 cards. So the probability of getting a merchant is like 1 out of 3. Yeah, then you have crane, which is like you upgrade 1 commodity for 1 card cheaper. And smith is like you can upgrade 1 or 2 knights for free. Alchemist means that you can control the dice, but both dice will still be random, but you can control the other ones. Intrigue is that you can force somebody to move their knight if you have a road connected to their knight. And then there's a point card in the coin deck. Warlord means that you can activate all your knights for free. Saboteur means that you can flip somebody's city, and if it's flipped, then you it's just worth, like it's still worth 2 points, but it just generates cards as a house, and then you have to pay like 1 lumber and one ore to flip it up again. Wedding is a card which gives you 2 resources from every opponent who has more points than you. They have to give you 2 cards from their hand. Diplomat is that you can remove somebody's road, or you can replace your own road. Bishop means that you can move the robber, and then you get 1 card from every player you put the robber on. Deserter means that you can steal 1 knight from, you pick the player who has to give you 1 knight, and then you get to place that knight in your color on your road if you have a spot for it. Spy means that you can steal a progress card from an opponent, like all these are progress cards. Merchant fleet means that you can trade something 2 versus 1 for the rest of your turn, commodities and resources. Master merchant means that you can steal 2 hand cards from opponent's hand, like opponent who has more points than you can just take 2 cards from their hand. Commercial harbor, then you give resources and you get back commodities. You can make it versus all opponents or as many opponents as you want. Like you can just do it on 1 opponent, it's also fine. Resource monopoly gives you 2 resources from each player maximum, so you pick like the sort and then everybody has to give you 2 if they have. Trade monopoly is that you pick a commodity and then they have to give you 1 of them. And merchant means that you trade the type 2 versus 1, so you put it next to your house or your city, and then you trade those cards 2 versus 1 as long as you have it, and it's worth 1 point as well. So yeah, there's something more to say also about knight movement when you move a knight. So a stronger knight, for example, can move in front of a weaker knight. So, for example, if white would build a road here and then a knight here and then upgrade it, it could chase away the red number 1 knight if white's knight is level 2. And sometimes Sometimes you want to do it because you don't want to get blocked or something. Or you can also break somebody's road by building a house in the middle of it, or building a knight in the middle of the road. So if somebody has the longest road, you might break it with knights. And yeah, there's some stuff like that you can do. You can also close your knights by either chasing away the robber or moving the knight along your road. Sometimes you might have a protected city and you want to close your knights to destroy the other player's cities, like it's a tactical move, or something like that. So right now I want to have brick because I want to build a house, and I have 4 ore cards, so I could trade them with the bank and build a house. But if somebody would trade with me, then I could also build a city immediately. So I'm just gonna try to check with these guys if they want to trade with me, which they usually don't want to, because they don't like me, and it's very sad. But yeah, I'm just gonna trade with the bank, and then I'm gonna build a house. So right now I have like 2 cities, which is 2 points each, and then I have a house, which is 1 point, and then I have a point card. So in total I have 6 points. And red has 3 cities, which are 2 points each, and then the merchant, which is 1 point, so red has 7 points. And blue has 1 war point, and 1 city, and 1 house, which is 4. And white has 2 cities. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I think I probably forgot something, but yeah, I mean, I think the easiest way to learn to play this game is just to start a game, play, and do it like a couple of times. Don't take it too seriously in the beginning, just try to play a little bit, and then after a couple of games you will get the hang of how it works. So yeah, good luck.